All right, so today we're going to start taking a look at using annotation scales. We're starting to look at our using annotative objects such as annotative text, which we should have an annotative text style, annotative dimensions, and then also we're going to get to annotative leaders and annotative tables. And so this annotation scale is located over in this lower right hand corner. So if we expand it out, you'll see all the annotation scales that come preloaded with your template. We don't need all these, so we're going to get rid of what we don't need and create new what we do need. Okay, so to do that, the first thing is make sure we've got an annotative template open. So go ahead and close out of all of your drawings. Once you get those closed out, click on New. Once you get to your select your template, select your ACAD ANNO for ACAD annotative and hit Open. And then we're ready to start creating our scales. How we know which drawing scales to create comes off of this spreadsheet that's out on the R drive for common drawing scales. And so these are the only scales that we need listed in our annotation scale, because these are the only scales that we are allowed to use when we're dealing in inches for this class. All right, so the first one then, if we come over here to this 1-to-1, click on the little arrow, we're going to click on Custom. And then once we're in our Edit Drawing Scales box, we're going to click on Add. And the first one's going to be 1 inch space equals space 1 inch. Our paper units is going to be 1 unit to 1 drawing unit. We can go ahead and hit OK here. And then the next one, we're going to click Add. This one's going to be 3/4 of an inch space equals space 1 inch. And this is going to be 1 paper unit to 1.333 drawing units. And where I'm getting that number is right off of this spreadsheet where it says 3/4 of an inch equals 1 inch. It goes in the name. The scale factor 1.3333 goes in the drawing units. Okay, so we go ahead and hit OK, and then go ahead and continue on down this spreadsheet. So go ahead and create all the rest of these scales, and then we're going to rearrange them after we get that done. So go ahead and take a few seconds, minutes to do that. Okay, so now that we have all these created, we can get rid of everything else in here. So start clicking on your scales, and we're going to start deleting. So the 1 to 4, hit delete, 1 to 5, delete, and just keep deleting until only the ones that you created are still in here, because those are the only ones that we need. Okay, mine won't let me delete 1 to 2, and won't let me delete 1 to 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move 1 to 2, move it all the way up to the top, and then my 1 to 1, I'm going to go ahead and set it to be current. So go ahead and click on 1 to 1, hit OK. And then actually to set it current, you'll have to select it out of this box. So after you hit OK, go ahead and select 1 to 1 out of here. And that will be the scale that any new objects will be assigned to until you change it. So now let's go ahead and save these changes back to our template. So click on Save As, change your files of type to .dwt, click on ACAD ANNO, hit Save, hit Yes, hit OK. And now be sure and close out of this document to make sure you're not making other changes to your template and saving those changes back to your template. So that's how to add annotation scales to your template as you need to. And that concludes this lesson.